Hey there, welcome. We're about to dive into the one skill that can honestly make or break your entire career, the client conversation. Let's break down how to really master these critical moments and turn them into your biggest professional superpower.
So let me just ask you this straight up. Out of everything you do at work, what do you think is the single most career defining skill? What's the thing that really separates the good from the truly great?
You guessed it, it's mastering the client conversation. And please, let's stop calling this a soft skill. This is a core business competency. It's the arena where trust is built, where expectations are set, and where projects either succeed or they fail. So let's get into why this is so absolutely critical.
Okay, first up, let's talk about the stakes here. Every single time you talk to a client, you're at a fork in the road. Seriously, you're either building that relationship up, making it stronger, or you're starting to tear it down.
And you can see the two paths so clearly right here. On one side, you've got poor communication. It leads to frustration, that awful cycle of rework, and it just completely destroys trust. But on the other side, well, effective talks create clarity. They build confidence. You get to the right solution way faster, and you build relationships that actually last. The difference is, it's night and day.
So, how do we make sure we stay on that path to success? Well, here's a little secret for you. The most important work actually happens before you even open your mouth. It's all in the prep. Think of this as your pre-flight checklist. First off, what's the real purpose of this talk? What's the one thing you absolutely have to achieve? Second, who are the stakeholders? And what does each person actually want or need from this? Third, you gotta have your facts and data ready. Don't just walk in with opinions. And finally, define a clear agenda. This groundwork right here is what sets you up to win. All right, with our prep work done, it is time for the main event, the conversation itself. This is really where your skills get to shine. And it often starts with something a lot of people just blow off, small talk. But this isn't just filler, it's actually a strategic tool. It helps build rapport, makes your client feel comfortable, and it just creates a human connection. That little bit of warmth lays the foundation for all the tougher topics that might come up later.
So once you're in the flow, your most powerful tool is questioning. And notice the key idea here, uncovering unstated needs. See, your job isn't just to hear what the client says, it's to ask the kind of open-ended questions that reveal what they might not even know how to say yet.
And here's the how-to on that. The key is asking open-ended questions, the ones that can't be shut down with a simple yes or no. A really, really important tip here is to be careful with why questions, especially at the beginning of a conversation. They can make people feel defensive. Instead, try phrasing it differently, like, help me understand, or what are your thoughts on? It's way more collaborative.
But look, asking brilliant questions is totally pointless if you're not truly listening to the answers. And active listening, it's so much more than just hearing words. It's about tuning into the intent, the emotion, the whole unspoken context. This is where real connection and trust are forged.
So what does active listening actually look like? Well, for one, it means getting rid of distractions, put the phone away. It's about suspending your own judgment for a minute and just absorbing what they're saying. And pay attention not just to what they say, but how they say it. Their tone of voice can tell you everything. You're basically listening for the big picture, the themes hidden between the words. Now for a really crucial step. After you've listened with your full attention, you need to build a bridge to action. And that bridge is paraphrasing. Just saying something like, okay, so what I'm hearing is, or it sounds like the main goal here is, confirms you're on the same page before you move on. It's such a simple act, but it prevents huge misunderstandings later.
Okay, so let's apply these skills to the really tough situations, difficult conversations. Because let's be real, things are going to get tense sometimes. But these moments, if you handle them right, can actually become your biggest opportunities to build even deeper trust. The key is this powerful shift in your mindset, and it's captured perfectly in this quote. Saying, I understand can actually shut a conversation down, but saying, help me understand, that does the complete opposite. It invites them to collaborate with you. It turns defensiveness into curiosity. Here is another total game changer. Just look at the difference one little word makes. But basically invalidates everything that came before it, and it creates an opposition. And, on the other hand, it validates their point and then frames the problem as something you're going to solve together. It shifts the whole dynamic from blame to collaboration. It's amazing.
So here it is, your toolkit for those tough talks. The strategy is to act early and just be honest. The mindset is to avoid blame by owning your part of the situation. And the approach? Always, always stay calm and empathetic. When you handle these moments with grace, you can turn a fragile relationship into a rock-solid partnership.
And finally, a great conversation deserves a great ending. How you wrap things up is just as important as how you start, because this is where all those good intentions turn into real, actual action. Never let a good conversation just fizzle out. You need a clear plan. Just use this 5-point wrap-up. First, quickly summarize the key takeaways. Second, define the concrete action items. Then, and this is the most crucial part, assign owners and set timelines. Who is doing what and by when? And finally, book the next follow-up right then and there. This whole process gets rid of any confusion and guarantees you keep the momentum going. So the bottom line is this. Every single conversation you have is an opportunity. It's a chance to build trust, to create clarity, and to drive real results. The only question left is, in your very next conversation, how are you going to make it count?